everybody, good evening, and it's lovely to have you all here. When it comes to rehearsing for Christmas, it's mostly about where to sit. So, and one of the issues that I've just remembered, because I can see Ian moving, is not only do we need to be distanced here, we do actually need to, you need to be able to see me. So there's quite a few things to think about here. So don't move your chairs, please. You need to be able to see me when you're standing up more than when you're sitting down. So it's quite a refined thing with all these pillars to get it just right. Okay? Hello to everybody that's at home. I hope you enjoy watching chairs being moved around, which is what it's going to be today. First of all, thank you to everybody that came on Saturday for the Dementia Club Carol service. It was amazing, and we sounded amazing. The acoustics are just wonderful there. I've never been there before, so it was really, really a surprise when suddenly we opened our mouths and this angelic sound came out. It was just stupendous. And they really appreciated it. So, and yeah, I don't think there were as many people as a couple of years ago, which is probably not surprising because of cautions around COVID and everything. But I think we really made a big difference to their carol service. And well done to Wendy for your beautiful singing. So that was fantastic. This evening, I think I pretty much know. Can anyone think of anyone else who's not here today who might be coming that we haven't mentioned for the carol service?
Did we find a space for Lynn? That was the only person.
Oh, she's here.
I didn't see you later.
So,
do you know if Mike's coming?
he is, yes, he said he was. And he sometimes forgets to come because of work. So, I think the only thing I'll do slightly differently, we have got a little gap for the nativity, but I will probably, when we actually come to it, space everyone across a little bit more into the centre. So that will be a subtle change. There will be a Christmas tree in the back corner, so those of you, I understand it's quite a thin one. Narrow. Trafalgar Square, which is apparently a bit thin. Narrow. So it shouldn't take us too much space. So this evening, we need to really hit O Holy Night, Gaudete. We'll just sing, ring out the bells and cancel them just to keep them refreshed. And that's pretty much it. So if you'd just like to stand up to start with to warm up, we'll sort out positions for seeing me in a moment. So roll your shoulders, backwards, forwards, shrug your shoulders, and just give yourself just a wiggle, shake your arms up to the ceiling, and to the floor, and to the side, to the front, back, chew the gum, one way. Oh, there he is. Well done. There's a space on at the back, Michael. Chew the other way. Struggling with that. I had to have filling done today. So. Now still was a bit kind of numb, so I don't know if I can sing. Some yeah sort of noises. Just really let your jaw go relax. Just let it bounce. Okay, and see if you can do a 3D voice. That's supposed to be very good for your vocal cords. Okay, let's do some sirening. Surprise sirening. Disapproving sirening. We're going to try a different warm-up, which I learned from my Advent calendar that I get from a couple of people who run community choirs. And it's called Snow Falling, Falling, Falling Down, and it's a harmonic minor scale. So can you play me the harmonic minor? Let's start on. Yep. So that's what we're going to sing. We won't bother about going up. I was going to demonstrate the. So those are the notes. Yeah. So. With me. And apparently singing down is easier than singing this. Snow falling, falling, falling down. Listen again. Snow falling, falling, falling down. With me. Snow falling, falling, falling down. Snow falling, falling, falling down. Time. Snow falling, falling, falling down. And this can be sung with you starting anywhere you want. So I'm going to start off everybody together, and then I'm going to point, and you're going to start at the beginning from wherever. Actually, no, I'm just going to start. I'm going to point over there. You guys are going to start. Then roughly in the middle, you're going to start, and then you're going to start. We'll see what happens. 2, 3. You all right? Do you want some water? And it doesn't matter, because anyone can start at any time, but we will organise a little bit to start with. And snow falling, falling, falling down. Carry on. Snow falling, 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 falling down. Snow falling, 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 falling. Snow falling, falling, falling down. Falling, snow falling, falling, falling down, falling down. Snow falling, falling, falling down. There's no, okay, what? Stop. Excellent, that sounds lovely. You're all worried about, am I coming in at the right time? You can start any time you want, and it sounds fine, okay? So, I'm going to start you, and then you can just stop at any point and sing where you want. So, 2, 3, 4. Snow falling, falling, falling down, falling, snow falling, falling, falling down, falling, snow falling, falling, falling down, snow falling, falling, falling down. Excellent, good. That sounds lovely. Excellent. Do sit down. So today, as I said, Gaudete and the O Holy Night. So let's start with our Holy Night, because that's the nitty-gritty one that needs quite a lot of work. And what I want to do is just work on the parts for the chorus. And just to remind you, we're going to just do both times we do the chorus 3 times. And we're just going to do the words fall on your knees. So hear the angel voices. Noel, Noel, and like when Christ was born. We're going to do that every single time. Oh, holy night. Oh, holy night, Ian. Okay, so let's just practice the parts. Sopranos, do you need practice or are you okay? You okay? Right?
Yes.
Good. Altos, let's do yours. So remember, you start with the same notes as the sopranos. I'll sing it with you the first time and then I want you to do it again on your own. Okay, so actually you might just need, just give us the first few notes. So you can help. That's where we are. Okay, 2, 3, 4. tonight, so that was great for a small little group of you. Excellent. So, baritones. So, remember, for you, when you finish the verse, yonder breaks a new and glorious morn, and then you go one note up. On your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, Noel, Noel, night time, Christ was born, Noel, okay, good. If you look at me, I'm signing it, so that helps as well. Okay, one more time. So it's either Christ was born, which is down to the low G, or say on the same one. Okay. Okay, whatever you feel like. So, okay, let's stand up and do that all together. 2, 3, 4. Moving slightly differently, so it's kind of knowing what you're doing but enjoying as well what other people are doing. Let's do it one more time. Okay, and sing it. You know it. This is the sopranos hymn. It's the rhythm, isn't it? It's a triplet. If we just do it from there, sopranos, from Noel. Watch out for on your knees, oh here. It's a short note on oh here. It's not on your knees, oh here. The O is short. Oh here. Okay?
Are
And
the Noels like that?
Hmm?
Are all the Noels
Yes.
short?
Yes, they are. I'll try and sing with you this time. Let's do it one more time, and then we'll go from the top. Okay, stand up again. So, I have to remember I'm on a box. Altos and baritones, you're on your own. Enjoy, belt it out. I'll try and sing with you. 2, 3, 4. On your knees, oh, hear the more dotted. So it's Noel, Noel. Once again, the no is short. Let's do it one more time.
I'm not sure that we're getting the voices right.
Okay.
Because I'm going quite quickly from boy to sis, and not all the altos are, so can you just check that?
Okay.
It
On the
sounded-
first line.
it
First
sounded-
line. Sit down, everybody. On the first line.
It's where we fall on your knees. Oh, he's.
Oh, the angel voices.
It's quite quick. Yeah. Because we had a stagger. We had
Okay.
kind of like a
Oh,
voice in.
nice. That's a bit staggering.
And given the yeah, it's just coming in at different times.
Let's just do your first line then. Enjoy that bit because it's quite fun. And then you are actually on the beat on Noel. So they come in with no and then you're after them. So don't go with the altos on that.
I think that's really important.
It doesn't matter if you do, but if you could not,
Yeah.
it's a bit more fun.
We don't come in with the Noel, we come in a bit after them.
Yes. Yeah. So let's do, let's, yeah. It doesn't matter if you do, because it sounds fine, but it'd be nice to get it, right. Let's do altos, well let's do everybody, but I'm listening to altos and sopranos. 2, 3, 4. Baritones, I think you did get your note on that one, so I don't know quite how to conduct it. I'm going to sing with you, because I think you know what you're doing now. Okay, so just altos and sopranos so I can hear it. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I've dropped. Well, suddenly decided they know it. Will you sit down a minute and we're going to be singing this in your sleep tonight. I do apologise. Were you what, baritones, were you okay at that there?
Not really.
Don't teach us anything different.
One more time for the baritones and then we'll go from the top. Okay. So it's hitting that first note. When we do it from the chorus, no, from the last note, verse of the tune. Yeah, so it's just one. Mourn for on your knees. Okay, one more time. If that's too low for you, Glenys, you can go, Christ was born, or anybody else come to that matter. Either, that's fine. All right, I'm going to take it that I think that's a lot better than it was. That's all, I mean, not all I can say, because it really was, it sounded good. Let's go from verse 1. Remember to watch me, because there's a couple of times you don't come in when you think you're going to come in, and the note is longer than you think it's going to be. Okay? And then watch me for the way the words fit in verse 2. Watch me. Watch me. Okay. Learn the words. If you can't see me, you're going to have to move, otherwise I'm going to fall off the box. Now, Glenys, that's a challenge. We might need to switch you and Sally around. Or Sally, can you go slightly that way for now? Yeah, that's great. No, yeah, yeah, that's great. Actually, that's great. Where you are there is fine. You want the wall, or that's fine. That's perfect. That's perfect. If you can see it. Okay, good. From the top. Lots of things have happened that I, hadn't expected to happen, and it's just for things to happen without me doing anything. So let's try again. I'm going to count. And
Still there is much to come.
first time. I think it was because I was standing there thinking, is this a bit fast? I think it was maybe a tiny bit fast, wasn't it? It felt a bit of a gallop. On the other hand, I don't think it's probably better that it's too fast than too slow. Did it feel all right, actually? Remember to keep everything as... It sounded really good. I mean, it sounded like 10 times better than last time. Shall we just do verse 2? Again, just to get those words in. So the first 2 lines are okay. It's verse line 3 and 4. So just as the light of the star above them gleaming, and then you come straight in on had led the wise men. Had led the wise men from the Let's just say those 2 lines together. Just as the light of the star above them gleaming had led the wise men from the Orient land. Okay, that's how we're doing it. I was listening to a recording this week and it was slightly different, but we'll stick with this. I don't think there's one right way. Okay, let's just sing verse 2 one more time. We can do it sitting down, and then we'll do Gaudete. I could give them out to you, but then that kind of implies that I'm thinking it's okay for me to have the words. So I'm debating whether we just leave with a few bits of white paper.
Discreetly leave some.
Discreetly leave some. Or discreetly bring some. Yeah.
It will just flop out the bag and people pick them up.
No. You've always cheated, I know that. I expect Lisa to do that as well.
Do you know, Clive Welland was the one. He used to take the words from the band from the back of the band. I think if we know to have words, it's better to have the platform.
Yeah, I think you're right. But this is not, I feel like it's a slippery slope and I don't want it to be. So.
Well, I've seen many professional bars on the television all with their black folders.
Yeah, but they don't connect in quite the way that we do. It's one of the things that really makes us distinctive is that we communicate with the audience. I feel that quite strongly, actually.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's, we're not no perfect, we never will be, I don't think. But it does mean we have to choose things that don't have too many words. So.
Helen, I found as though I sang better knowing I had the words than standing there thinking, what's the next line?
Well, that's, yes.
So I could just glance down and just...
Yes, and I was talking to somebody about that on Saturday, so... But it has to be a glance down.
Yes.
Well, we'll see.
So, shall
Yeah, it's words anyway. Okay. Wendy, do you want to just go straight into Gaudete? I'm going to put my goals down. Oh, Alice, yes. Yes.
I'm doing this one. Okay, so I reviewed last week's recording and I thought it was working well with the exception of the beginning. Because what happened was the sopranos sang the refrain beautifully, the baritones and the altos came in on time, but the poor sopranos hadn't had a chance to get a breath and were coming in slightly after the altos and the baritones. So what Tim and I are going to try and do, as Tim says, we haven't done this the same way twice yet, Wendy. It doesn't make a difference if we change anything.
What I was looking for though to be not. That's the bit I was kind of looking for here.
So what we're going to do, when the sopranos have sung the first refrain, we're going to give you enough time to take a breath, okay? And then we'll go in. So if you can all just hold your powder dry just for a moment, that would be helpful. Later on, when we do the refrain twice at the end, it's much less of an issue because everybody's singing together. So you're all breathing at roughly the same time, but it was just at the very beginning that it was an issue. I think the other thing to remember is we do have, I think it's 4 counts, Tim, when we go from the refrain into the verse, yeah? So it can get slightly confusing where we're going almost straight in and where we're just waiting. So I think we'll give it a go and see. What I am finding is, if it's okay with you, I'm not going to sing with you, but I will mouth the words. Because I can mouth the words more efficiently if I'm not singing than I do if I'm singing. To try and do the real moving is too difficult when I'm singing. Okay, so if everybody would stand up, please. Yeah. So if you could just do that again before we do the real thing, Tim, please. So that's what we want to have before we go in. And then we'll go in. So just a quick reminder, sopranos through, then the altos and baritones joining for the second refrain, then we're into verse 1 for the sopranos, everybody on the refrain, verse 2 for the altos, and then we're going to do the okay, when we're ready, thank you. We do the verse each twice, okay? And we go from Ex Maria version Ex Maria Virgine Gaudete. refrain with the sopranos, refrain again with everybody. Verse 1 for the sopranos, everybody for the refrain. Verse 2 for the altos and baritones, everybody does the refrain. Back to verse 1 for the sopranos, refrain, verse 2, and then the refrain twice through. And I think we agreed we were going to do it quietly through and then a light one to finish.
You always need it to be a bit different.
So, go down and then up, I think I got very well. Okay, the bit that I'd like to go back over, please, is the 2 refrains and bringing it in, because I did not do a good job there, and I'm sorry.
I think you need a steady 2 beats.
2 bits.
So,
Okay.
and then it stays with the beat without pausing.
Okay,
The extra note to catch your breath.
let's try that. So we're going to go from the top, but just do the refrain twice through and see how that goes. And we might have to do it again till we get it.
Yes, I was hearing a lot of virginates. Beard, like the car beers. With a little R. I wasn't there at the time when speaking that in beard. If you do a little bold R, like it's Scots. So, from the top. I kind of think you need to just come straight in and we just need to be ready to do it. But let's try again. Tim and I have had many a conversation about this.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I think you need, what do you think musically is the right thing to do, Tim?
Unless they sing the second refrain and we don't. Then we won't have to breathe.
Well, we're going to do lots of breathing. As long as you come in, you can take a little breath later.
Well, there is a verse, so
I think we need to come straight in.
Okay,
let's try it first.
Yeah. I think if we're ready, I can be okay. So
okay, let's try it. And if you can't quite get in with that Gaudete, if you just join in when you're taking a breath,
just go
that's
down.
fine.
Yeah. Just down.
Let's just
Take.
Okay.
Down.
Take.
I think it's just being ready, isn't it? So.
Okay. What I'd like to do then is, can we please do verse 2 and into the last 2 refrains? So we go from verse 2 into quietly on the refrain and then more loudly and then finish. Is that okay, Tim?
So that's us.
So that's altos and baritones, please. So maybe from Ex Maria version of Gaudete. So that we've got I think we'll just finish te. So it literally just finishes Gaudete te.
So you're
really short.
It's just,
Yeah.
so
Just that.
yeah, that sounded good.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we try from the top right way through?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Thanks.
busy looking at your words, you were going about a beat ahead of the music. Yeah? So if we can try to keep pace with Tim, that would be great, but the second time through is much better. I'm conscious we have not got lots
Yes,
of time.
we have. Do sit down.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they might just need, Let's do ring out the bells then. Okay? This sounded really good. Yes. I'll go back to do this.
Oh, yes.
We'll work on that a little bit next week. Brilliant. Okay, do sit down.
Then bring us the godchild, and then bring us your son. That's right.
Bring us the boy or child, bring us your son. Yeah. I think we'll leave Hannah's song. I think we can cope with that. Just going there for 1 week. Be alright. And then next week we can go over them all a bit more evenly, but I think Holy Night, we're almost there. I reckon we're sort of 9/10 of the way. If you get a chance to listen to the recordings, that would be fantastic. The order that we're going to do it on the actual night is the candle song, then Gaudete, then O Holy Night, and then finish and ring out the bell. So I'll put that in the email. And if I should happen to bring some folders, put them in that order should you need them. But lots of people are looking up, so that's absolutely fantastic. I've got a couple of nice pictures, thank you to Mitch and Wendy, of Saturday, which I'll send out as well, so you can see we look very professional.
Helen, if you're going to have folders, I think everybody should have folders.
Yes,
Because if you have someone with a folder and someone just standing there, it doesn't look good.
I don't think it matters. It's
not.
the white is what shows up against the black. And I don't think if some people are standing like that and some people have got bodies, it's so intrusive. I really don't want to, I really, really don't want to go down that route. But this is a special COVID concession.
Well, the other thing is, we're going to have the orders of service as well for the cameras,
Yeah.
aren't we?
We will have these as
So we
well.
can have
So.
roads in there if people just
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it.
yeah.
On the subject of memorising the words, some of us have big dyslexic problems.
Yes.
And I was memorising.
I know, I do appreciate that. So, but I think if we can do it as best we can, that's why I'm trying to do the lip reading. I hope that sort of helps. But we're a community choir, and as I say, pretty much every week, you know, it's welcome to all comers. So I'm not being hardline about this, but I don't want us to get into the habit of looking down. So I think the compromise on having them there for security, and some people will need them, but that's fine. But if the overall impression is that people are looking up and the sound is better, people like hearing a voice. Brilliant. Thank you. We're going to leave some of the chairs up here. Perhaps maybe the first sort of 2 rows, if you're able to carry a chair down.
If you're in a chair behind the rail, then leave them there. If you're on a chair in front between the rail and the pews, then we would be very grateful if they would go down to be stand up.